You know what? I'm so tempted right now to go off on a rant, an actual rant that I'm sure a lot of people would agree with. So you know what? I might as well go on it. GTA came out with a new update yesterday. It's their quote unquote the best paying heist ever that they came out with. What they didn't say anywhere in the patch notes and the update notes, nothing, that they also made the changes to the economy of the game. So what they did is it's a very open, if you have played GTA at any point in your life, specifically GTA Online, this is a very open secret that a lot of people grind most of their money to buy stuff is by a heist called the Cayo Perico. Now, what the geniuses at Rockstar have done is they've gone on to completely nerf the out of that heist. I was looking forward to the new heist coming out, so I was like, you know what, I might as well just grind it out a few times to get enough money to buy the art studio, which is what you need in order to be able to play the new heist. I did that, and I got the pink diamond. There's only like a few items that you can get in that heist specifically. Pink diamond is like one of the very rare ones, and I've only gotten pink diamond once before, and I probably might have done that heist hundreds of times. I got that pink diamond, and I was like, okay, so it's gonna be at least 1 million, right? I go to the my submarine again. It says 900k. I was like, huh, maybe this has to be some sort of glitch. With every week, Rockstar comes out with new things that they come put on discount, like cars, vehicles, properties, and there's certain things that are for free, stuff like that. So I keep up with that if I'm playing GTA. And I went to TGG's channel, or TTG. I don't remember it, but this guy, okay, I went to his channel. And I was like, hey, let me look at what's the new stuff that's come out this week. And guess what? The first thing that he talks about is how they've nerfed the Cayo Perico heist, and I was so mad, genuinely, because if you haven't watched this video, you should, because he makes some very excellent points in that. But to take from what he's talking about, he said that what GTA has done or tried to do is give people more incentive to play other heists except for Cayo Perico only, like the other ones that they have that no one plays, because I wonder why. For me, I don't have friends to play with like the 4 people heist and whatnot, so I can't play those. I can barely play 2 ones because people have jobs, people work, people have stuff to do. And it was like, yeah, so they're trying to like help people play more heists, so it kind of saturates the whole world a little bit more, instead of just everybody just grinding out the same thing, because they're not getting or at least in Rockstar's eyes, they're not getting the different experiences that they should be getting, which is a very fair point, I think, and it's a really good thing to do. But the way they went about it is really scummy. What they did is they're like, actually, we're just gonna nerf the fuck out of that Cayo Perico heist, so now what you're gonna do instead is there is no way that you're gonna make any fucking money from that, and if you do, it's gonna be very little. And they added the weekly multipliers or something like that, which of course won't go up for Cayo Perico either. So they just in one fell swoop completely boned every person who plays GTA solo. I'm just gonna go out on a limb and say that, because that's just the truth. The reason that I say that is because, like me, people who play the game solo, they don't have friends or people to play with, multiple other rounds or whatever. Like, they can't play multiple other heists and shit like that. So when Rockstar is pulling this move, they're essentially depriving all of those people from being able to progress in the game, but also be able to buy the new updates that they're coming out for the content expansion, right? Well, I was like, okay, well, if they're making changes to the economy, because they also like nerfed a few other heists a little bit, they took out some money for other heists as well. I was like, okay, well, if they're done, then surely they should fix the economy too, right? Like, essentially, if I spend half an hour doing a heist that gives me somewhere from 700k to maybe 1 million, there should be at least some sort of I don't even know, like there should be some sort of compensation for my time. Like if you really want to balance out the economy properly, then also balance out the parts that the money is affected by. Like, I'm gonna explain it in a way that everyone can understand, or at least I can try to help everyone understand. Let's say you're making again, this is a very dumb example, but $10 a week or something like that, right? From your job. You know that your snacks can fit that budget. Like you can buy a few Gatorades or Red Bulls or chocolate milk or whatever it is that you like, and also buy a few V-Bucks or whatever the fuck that you like, and not have to worry about the money at the end of the day because you'll have some in the savings. Now picture this. You go to work and your boss is like, hey man, we're reducing your salary. And you're like, wait, okay, why? And then you find out that everyone's salary has been reduced. Everywhere, right? Throughout the country, globally, everyone's salary has been reduced. But you go to the store is like, yeah, we know everyone's salary got reduced, but we can't change the prices because we just won't. So now you're having to pay the same price for the shit that you bought before, but now you can't afford to pay that because you just are not making enough money to be able to afford it. That's exactly what GTA fucking did with their economy. Instead of going the direction of being like, all right, well, let's just balance everything out. Let's just, if we want to nerf Heist and have them pay less money, then we should also make things cheaper. We should also deflate the prices of things that we're selling so that people can still be able to afford the things that they want to buy or grind towards buying, which is how GTA is. But now you know, through the example that I explained, that we just basically got boned completely, and now you have to do more work for the same amount of pay, and there is no relief at all in the economy of the whole system. So you're basically cooked. And once I realized that, I deleted the game. I didn't even play the new heist, and I deleted it. And it's for that reason, like, you're making me spend more time in a game. You're making me spend more time in a game, right? But you're also not making it worth my time. Where is the balance? Like, what? That was my rant about GTA. I know this is a very niche thing to rant about, considering that I'm playing Terraria. But I know that this is pertinent to the topic of current times, and I will make the whole video about GTA now. That I will probably say something like, hey, I'm playing Terraria Expert World, but I just rant about GTA, which will probably be the title or something like that. And I want people to be able to at least understand in some way, one way or the other, why this is wrong, because it just is. Like, it just, in no world did that make any sense either. They think the Rockstar is thinking to themselves like, hey, well, maybe we can make a lot more money by just having people buy shark cars or whatever, right? But that won't work either. Like, I'm basically ranting about this because this is just, it feels like a backstab of ways, because you're coming out with update and you're telling people like, this is gonna be the best paying job that you will have. Again, I just thought of another example, and I'll try to make it quick. The government going, hey, we're coming out with new jobs that are gonna pay everyone more money, and you're like, oh, hell yeah, sweet, finally some sort of relief, right? With how bad the economy is, global economy too. Like, it would be nice to be able to have some more money. And what happens instead, and I shit you not, this is exactly what happened, by the way. The government is like, okay, well, the new jobs are here. Now we're gonna decrease the pay of every other job. And you find out that the new job that was gonna be super high paying is essentially the pay that you were getting at your last job. But now, since every other job's pay has been reduced, that is the most high paying job, right? Like, if you were getting $100 a week in your previous job, this new job was gonna be high paying. They just reduced all the other jobs to $50 a week, and you know, this job is $100 job now, so you're making the same money, but you got lied to by saying, hey, this is gonna be the best paying job. This is something that I don't agree with. I just don't agree with this sort of, I don't even know, chicanery is the best way I can describe it. Like, you can't just make people excited about stuff like this, right? You can't just be like, okay, well, this is gonna be the best thing we've ever done, and guys, you have no idea how awesome this part is gonna be, that we're gonna come out with this new cool essentially, you just can't do people like that. I feel like you can't just be like, tease people for literal months, right? that, oh, we're gonna update something new, we're gonna add a new little heist, and this is gonna be the best paying heist ever, and this is gonna be so awesome. And guess what fucking happens? When it comes out, everything else gets nerfed, and now you're stuck essentially holding your dick. Because Rockstar conveniently lied to you and essentially clickbaited the fuck out of you, and you can't really do much about it. That is what I feel like. I'm sure a lot of people feel like that. In my case, at least, I could do something, which was that I just deleted that game, and I don't think I will be playing it for the foreseeable future for that reason. It just shouldn't be like that. If you want to make sweeping decisions, make them in a way that doesn't fuck people. Okay, but when you fuck people, then people are mad, and then no one's gonna be like, yeah, you made a good decision. This could have been a really cool moment for GTA to say the goodbye that people are talking about. This is gonna be the last update, which I still don't agree with, because GTA 6 is not gonna come out in PC for at least another year or two. So they're still gonna have to post new content for GTA 5 to keep the suckers there, and hence why I don't think this is gonna be last update on it. But now it just takes away, this whole thing has essentially taken away the whole incentive from me to play anything that they come out with into the future. But yeah, anyways, this has been a very vent type of episode today. I didn't want it to be, but I didn't know anything what else I could do, so I just did this instead. Thank you so much for listening to my vent and rant, and if you've been affected by this situation, I would love to know what you think in the comments down below. Be sure to leave a comment, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a good one and take care.